Hello world. It's been a minute since I did a video. Um and it's just open discussion. Um First of all, who am I? Um I am the prophesied Messiah of your age. Elijah the prophet, Enoch, the transfiguration, Yeshua the Hamashiach, Council of the 144, Ascended Master returned for the fulfillment of the Revelation 11:7. Ecclesiasticus 48:1. Um, I guess the best way to explain it is to get you to think, get you to remember, because what it comes down to is belief. And what I mean by that is my Father who searcheth you with candles is him searching your hearts, because the temple that the Antichrist wants to walk in and declare himself God is your heart. Um, so again, what the Father has done is what he always has done. Manifested his prophet before you, hidden him amongst you. And I always tell people, like, as far as my story, it's like, I had this, I guess you said an epiphany, or like a moment in life where everything's going like crazy and things like that. I was going through the jail thing and, all of that hood stuff. But I remember I prayed to the Father like my hardest. And I remember I was asking him, I was like, Father, just let me be one of the 144,000, like I had spent all of my years being a humiliation to you. So I had prayed like, let me just be that, or let me be something great or whatever. Um and then it just came to the point where things just started to happen for me, hearing the voice of the Father as clearly, and he began to show me who I was. And it was so many things. It was like I had went through Hurricane Laura, right, dead on, like everybody else. I was in Orange, Texas. Everybody else was able to like evacuate and stuff like that, and we couldn't evacuate. And I remember like dragging mattresses in the closet and everything like that, because when it was coming in, it was like coming in as a Category 5. It eventually dropped to a 4. But it was coming in at first as a Category 5, something nobody would survive, right? This is all why it was coming. I was checking weather stations and, all of that, and I was just hearing what it was going to be like. And I remember, like, going outside. Um, I went outside, and I remember praying, and I was just like, I thought it was like over, like a rap, and I remember praying, and I was just like, Father, I just want to be reconciled to you. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop this storm. Is like the only thing that can stop this storm is you, or the only thing that can allow me to survive this storm is you. This is Hurricane Laura, right? And I remember praying, and the girl I was with was like in the house, and we was communicating on like little walkie talkies I had bought. And then I remember going back to the house, and she was just like, "No," she hit me on a walkie talkie. I was watching the storm come in and everything, watching the clouds start getting from pink to black to just, I was watching it. And then she said on the walkie talkie, like, "Hurry up, come back, you got to see this, you got to see this." And then I remember going back to the porch, and I promise you, like our whole porch, like I think apartment buildings, like two flat type things, but our whole porch was covered in love books. Like the whole porch, like that one section, like a wall full of them, like how beehives would be. Like if you was to wipe down a beehive, and that meant that's how it was, but painted like a wall, like supernatural, like painted like a wall. But love bugs, right? And then it was like I understood that the Father had heard me, like he was saying, like, this is letting you know I'm going to cover you through this. And it passed and everything. It devastation like a motherfucker, but it passed. And that was like one of the encounters. I remember another encounter. This was before the storm. But another encounter was like I got hit by a car. Like I was walking on, like it was country roads where you got to walk on like the edge, and it'd be like an expressway like type street because it'd be like a country road. And I was walking, and a car like hit me, like flying past hit me. And I promise you, like I gotta like, and it just blew me away. I think I had like a little hurt to my elbow, but literally like nothing. Like the car was messed up, but got up like it was nothing. And to be like me in my regular mind, because I ran into the car and was beating the dude up in the car and everything. Like, nigga, you hit me with a fucking car. But at the end of the day, and the next thing was we went through an apartment fire. And we went through the apartment fire, whole apartment fully engulfed. Now, I happened to be asleep at the time, right? Fell asleep. The girl, the female, and her son was like, her son was like sleep in one room, and she might have been in the kitchen, something like that. I know she saw the fire, like, cause she was trying to get people up, and ended up being burned in the fire. And the son was burned in the fire, and it completely engulfed the whole apartment. And I did not be burned. And then the Father pointed me to the scripture where he says, and you shall walk through fire and not be burned. And then they made us get out of the apartment, of course, because it was fire and the water damage. I remember the part that was crazy is when the fire was over, I remember walking out of the house. Like the child is out and the girl is out, but I remember walking out of the house like after the fire was put out. Like they didn't get me out of the house. I walked out of the house like when the fire was out. Like, and who else? Just it was more and more confirmation. And as I started to put all of the scriptures together, and the frequency in my head is to the Father, so I hear His voice like super clear. I started to understand what this was all about. Like it's a crucifixion I'm moving to. Y'all are gonna see a crucifixion. That's you look at it. It's Revelation 11:7, and then Ecclesiasticus 48:1. Y'all finna see a crucifixion. I'm the one that's finna be crucified for the atonement of sin. The Messiah, the chosen Messiah, the anointed one. So that's what y'all are getting ready to see. That's why I keep telling y'all, I'm Elijah the prophet. I'm Elijah the prophet. Like, I've shown it to you in every way possible, but as far as testimony, this is what it is. I am him. So, I just wanted to put this video out. Y'all done seen me give you the scriptures that back it up. Y'all have seen me show you the pictures and testimonies of all of that, but um, the raising from the dead, her son died in that fire, and I rose him from the dead. I can send you to them. You can talk to them yourself. You can ask them, inbox me. I'll send you right to her. She's still alive today, and the son is still alive today. He's 5. His name is Hezekiah. So all of this is factual. But I figured I would put this video out and make it more like this. You can understand what I'm saying. Remember, the scripture says, be careful to entertain strangers, for some has entertained angels unaware. I am a seraphim. When y'all see Revelation 1:14 and 15, that y'all trying to say that scripture proves that Yeshua was black. It's actually to show you that he graduated to become king over the seraphim. So, yeah, God walks among you.